Okay, again, welcome to 555 Mobile Technologies and Wireless Sensor Services. Again, I wanted to read all details. This course consists of two big topics: mobile services and security, and wireless sensor data services and securities. Okay. Because both of this, each of this is a future technologies, and also a lot of expected security issues available. Although we do not cover all aspects, partly because not all are fully available, but this is a good stepping stone for you to prepare your future career in technologies. Without knowing this, your work is limited. There's always barriers. So you have to go over the hurdles. Mobile, although saturated, but still very, very popular and powerful. Sensor network has been emerging very quickly. Almost all high-tech products that you can find sensors and sensor embedded. First of all, smartphone has quite a few sensors already embedded. Therefore, many people like smartphone, right? And because of that, we call it smart, not just a phone, right? Smart car, same thing. For example, Tesla. How many Tesla cars do you have? It's one of a dream. I'm not sure when I am able to buy my Tesla car. When it goes down to 20,000. Huh?
The Tesla stocks.
I know.
They're very good.
Did you already pay?
Invest on them in the stocks.
Yeah, when it comes to $30,000, right? It's already invested. And get it?
Yeah,
Already get?
money. It's like when.
No. I mean, your friend.
No, you didn't get the car. Just investing on the stocks.
Oh, stock. I'm talking about the car itself. I think many people put their money down payment, and the cars will be available end of this year, right? Is that right? Yeah, end of this year. It's not really expensive as the models earlier. I'm not sure how it looked like, but earlier version 100,000, right? But this time only 30 some. Why that is so popular? Not just only electricity as a fuel, but smart, right? Why they are smart? Because there are a lot of sensors embedded, installed, and sensors are interoperated, integrated, and notification systems activated, so that you will know how your car is running, right? I have a small car, Honda Civic Hybrid. That car also has a lot of sensors in it. One time, I didn't know that, but reasonably, why not? Hybrid cars has two batteries, one gigantic big batteries and one small batteries, which is in front of the dashboard. That is similar to the many other fuel-based cars. So that ignites your engine. If that small battery dies, it dies as almost all other cars. I didn't know that. I thought it's already recharged, so that I do not have to worry about battery issues. But all of a sudden, a battery died, so no ignition, no nothing. I cannot do anything until the new replacement installed. So first time well, actually on the road it stopped, so that I jumped the battery and started. First few minutes, it's not few seconds, first few minutes after I start, all the indicators on the dashboards, all warning signs, which means each indicator has some sensors at the other end, right? So it should sense and then and indicate some. When they are all connected to that small battery in front, although I have a big batteries underneath my car, which is used to driving force only. All the indicators, all the sensors are supplied by the small batteries. I realized that after I had that problem, right? So when I drive and it says, oh, there's no brake, even it says that there's no brake. All scared. No nothing. So all the signs blinking. So I had to panic. Should I stop? It was somewhere here, upper west. But after fully supplied the batteries, so all removed. Okay. The point that I want to share with you, so even the small car has a lot of sensors. Sensors are fully functioning as far as battery supplied, and they are all connected and centralized to the dashboard indicators. Okay. Supermarket. I heard what states? Some states. What supermarkets? Is it Best Buy? No, not Best Buy. Best Buy is highly likely. Some supermarket, they removed all the cashiers. There's no cashier desk at all. Have you heard that news?
Yeah, sustained.
Right. You don't need to pay. You whatever you right, it's already registered. Then you grab and walk away. Everything is calculated and bill you. No, I think charge you directly. Sensing, right? Though more sensors are installed and dispersed all around the world, the more convenient that we can enjoy. At the same time, there are more security issues. In that supermarket, if you know how to handle, you can grab and resent it, everything. That's not impossible, right? So that'll be your free life. No, just kidding. Security issues. So we have a learning outcomes. Meeting time, Thursday, 6:15 to 9:05. But I'm trying to finish by 9 o'clock or a little bit earlier than 9 o'clock. I know you have all commutes. Anybody lives near here? You guys? You need to take all subways, trains, and right. I'm taking train, Harlem line. If I miss one, then I have to wait another 30 minutes, another 30 minutes, and after 10 o'clock, one time, or hour, and things like that, right? So try to finish it by 9 o'clock. My train, best train after that is 9:20. 9:22 or 9:20. So 9:20, 20 minutes from here to Central, Grand Central Terminal, maybe okay. Right? All right. Meeting schedule, little bit trickier, but I explained it in 505. Same thing here, 555. We meet one week here and another week, following week in Dobbs Ferry, Cybersecurity Research Lab. But first 4 meetings will be held here, Manhattan. First 4 meetings. First 2 meetings, originally, I said here, Manhattan, and then from third Dobbs Ferry, 4th here, and 5th, and right. But on the 4th Thursday, I have a call for meeting at Dobbs Ferry, so I need to be at Dobbs Ferry campus. So 4th meeting will be Dobbs Ferry, and 3rd meeting is supposed to be at Dobbs Ferry. But if I do that, then well, according to our students' preferences, so by taking it, what we decided was that we're going to meet first 4 lessons here at Manhattan, and 5th at Dobbs Ferry, and 6th here, 7th at Dobbs Ferry.
But the 4th one, we have it in Dobbs Ferry since you have the meeting in the morning. So the first one will be here, and the 4th one, the February 9th.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for clarification. You're right. Yeah. First 3 meetings here at Manhattan, and 4th meeting Dobbs Ferry, and 5th meeting back here, 6th. It's not going to work that way throughout the whole semester because the meeting may be ordered a couple of weeks prior to the time. So I do not know what I will do for this class. I'm going to post the location of our meeting on the day of Thursday. So posting will be available Thursday morning. I said by 11 o'clock a.m. So before you leave, you can check the blackboard, okay, by 11.
There's no way to know which before? Like, can you post it on Wednesday? So
I try to do, try to do best. I said the 11 meaning that is at latest, right? Legal issue.
Can we leave?
Yeah. That happens always. Legal issue. Remember that I ordered Raspberry Pi, small monitor. Ordered third party. Yeah, first a couple of times Amazon, but I all returned because it's not functioning well. So I ordered some other places, and then it's a big company. So ordered, although it's cheap, I think about $50. So ordered it, and I paid extra. FedEx. I thought all FedEx are express. You know that there are slow FedEx. I don't know why they call it FedEx. Okay, is there any other way name? Not Federal Express, but Federal Slow, Fastlow. So I ordered. I paid $11 more. $11 is not really small, right? Delivery, extra delivery. All complete. And then a few days later, they posted it, my delivery schedule. They allocated 20 days. Say if I purchase done, then they said delivery by 20 days after that. So much dissatisfied.
Where the company is located?
No, wait. And then as time progressed, reduced. And then finally it takes 5 days. What I'm saying here is that there are liability issues. They expected of the worst case scenario. So 20 days. So I cannot complain because it's already done and paid. Oh my God. And then I check tracking, and then then I can see, right, from West Coast here, and then, it's Denver right now, and some of Philadelphia, and some. So it make progress. So according to my calculation, definitely it doesn't take 20 days. And in fact, it took 5 days only. Still, it's not FedEx, right? 5 days. It's not EX.
If you have a Prime account on Amazon, you're gonna pay $100 a year, and then you're gonna have.
I'm a Prime member. Amazon also. Did you notice how lately? Have you used it recent days? Amazon?
Yeah,
purchase?
today.
They don't do today's delivery. Even if I am a Prime member, they take 3 days, 4 days, even for Prime member. It didn't happen to you? It happened to me. One cases, it took me longer than a week. So I complained a lot. You know what happens? It was, I think, early the year or late end. At the end of the year or first of the year. I don't remember. So, somehow that busiest time period. So UPS is only usually the carrier. So UPS took it, and they came here, the Westchester. I think Amsford, there's a UPS hub. They posted it to post office, USPS. And then USPS holds 2 more days. And then on the delivery day, because that was that is one that I have been expected, eager to have, receive. So I checked. I stayed home all day, and they said that delivered it by 8 p.m. So I open up the door at 8 o'clock and 8:30 at night. Even no mail was delivered on that day. So frustrated. And then 10 o'clock, when I look at the Amazon page, it says, on the red, it says, attempted, but there's no secure place to live, or signature is required. Next day will be delivered. So I called Amazon. I have been at my home waiting for that products all day from the morning till 10 o'clock. That is not true. They didn't even attempt. They posted it. What should we do? And then they said, if that is the issue, then we'll refund. So it's up to you. But anyway, next day it was delivered. So I tested it. It's not working. So anyway, I returned, and I dropped at UPS. So during holidays, I think I purchased about 10 items. I returned about 5. So 50% succeeded. I asked the UPS, because when we return, it goes through UPS, right? There may be another way also, right? But I asked the UPS, one drugstore. And the guy said, these days, 70% of items that they handle are Amazon return. 70%, 70% of maybe that particular UPS location. I'm not sure it is not particularly that one, but I think maybe worse than average. But that store, 70% items they are dealing daily, returning items back to Amazon. Only 30% are new items. What is next possible business strategies of Amazon? I'm not sure. They may change some. 70% of UPS dealing is returning. It's not the 50% of return from Amazon perspectives, right? But it's not zero, which means they sell 100%, but not all 100%, or close to 100% is their sales. Their sales is a lot lower. Not only that, whatever the damages and loss is whose loss? Is it Amazon loss or back to original manufacturer loss? We do not know, but anyway, the loss, right? There is some global loss. What I may say that. Here. Okay. Back to this material. We meet Manhattan 738, this classroom, or when we meet Dobbs Ferry, that will be a cybersecurity lab. If you do not know where, then please text me. textbook. There's no textbook. We used the ones when I created the sensor network, I think about 5 or 6 years ago. I used the textbook. At that time, that textbook was really, really great. Now, outdated. Outdated. Okay. The sensors that I purchased, I'm going to tell you a little later. Okay, requirements for this course is laptop, OS 10, OS X, iPhone, iOS. How many of you do not have iPhone? Raise your hand. What is it Android? You only? Anybody use Android phone? That is fine, Android phone. We're not going to use your Android phone, but there is an emulator so that you can emulate it. Those who have iPhone, then you can, if your app, and if you like it, doesn't really matter whether you like it or not like it, you can deploy it on your iPhone and you can use it. If you want to sell it, then you have to register at the App Store, and then you can post it. But other than that, you can simply use it, right? So from this time, I want you to think what you want. This course requires a project, one project. Believe it is a group project or individual project. Homework assignments and semester project. Semester project is semester project. Okay. Semester projects can be group-based. So you can form a group if you like, but individual project is also acceptable. For example, I want to make my own app. That's fine. But if you want to make, we want to make a little bigger app, fine too. How can I grade yours? I'm grading work that you individual is contributing, not group together. Okay, individual. But if you make a group project, then you may get synergy effect. That is your extra. Okay. So requirements. If you do not have Mac laptop, so Peter, you have a Mac. What do you have Mac?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Martin?
Martins. I keep forgetting. Sorry, but I think now I'm going to. Your name is easy. Shek. Yosef is very popular also. Forgive me.
No,
Teach me once more.
With me is pretty hard. Delvain. D-E-L-V-A-I-N. Delvain.
Oh, Delvain.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to remember.
We can see how smart I will be next class, okay? If I call him Delvain next class, then you can, okay. And sensors, some sensors will be provided, but not all. Particularly the project that you are going to do, supposedly purchased by you. Almost all the sensors are very, very cheap, except the one that I recently purchased for this class. It is about $300. I'm going to show to you if it works really well. What it does is that that's a thermal IR detector. Thermal. It's an image detector. So it's very small. It's small. There is a lens. You know what IR means? IR is infrared. So infrared signal is emitted from there, and then there is a reflection from the objects, and when it touch your objects, and it checks the temperature, thermal, depending upon the thermals, the reflection is different, which means different energy. So by calculating that energy, we can display so that, for example, if you have a headache, so that if you have higher fever here, and when I the image, your image, then I can see here real red. Okay. If you have a stomach ache here, then you have real reds here. If you have a runny nose, you have a red here. If you have a toothache somewhere here, then you have a red here. That type of things. Okay. Therefore, that is expensive. But other than that, in general, $10 sensors is a really expensive sensor. Okay, usually a couple of dollars. For example, heart rate sensor, if you want to do it here, then it's maybe $10. If you want to see muscle strength sensor, then it's about $20 or $30. We used that last semester, a year ago. There are a lot of health-related sensors or environment monitoring sensors. One of the surveillance camera is also a sensor, right? We do not have a surveillance camera here, but in the other classroom, 720, because there are some expensive laptops available, so there is the sensors, right? I'm going to also show to you the camera systems when it comes to sensor lessons. And there are two types of cameras, right, generally. IR filtered sensor, IR filtered camera, or non-IR camera. What it means is that light, if you see the light, how can I see you, for example? Because there is a light, right? We all know that, right? If there is no light, I can see you, right? If you go down like 10 deeper down the basement, then there is no light at all. There's not many buildings like 10 deeper level of a basement. Here in Manhattan, particularly, right? In Manhattan, I think all the highest buildings, 1 or 2 basement only. Empire State Building, there's only 1 basement. Why that happens? How come it goes up that 100-story high but no basement? Because there is a hard rock foundation. So when they construct the buildings, then they quickly, directly install the anchor into that hard rock, and then you can go up high. Unless otherwise, they need to dig out deeper and deeper and deeper. If you go to, what is the name of the city in desert area? Dubai. Yeah, Dubai. Thank you, Dubai. How many basements? Dubai, that's the tallest building. Find out, okay? Many. I think at least 5. Maybe 10. I do not know. They should dig out until they find, or they can reach it, or they construction columns reach that hard rock, so that they anchor onto that hard rock. From there, they can build. In South Korea, for example, where I am originally from, then almost all like 30 or 50 or 100 story buildings, then at least 5 basements, 5-story basement. What is tallest? So I think 100 some 110. Okay, so light. We can see you because there is a light. How can I see you, for example, Delvine? Delvine has black, how do you call that? Black cover and white polo inside. How can I see white and black from his style? Light, and light reaches from, see, look at there's a light source, okay? So we have a lot of light source in these classrooms. And the way that I can recognize right now is my eyes, right? So my eyes, and we have a lot of light sources, and we have objects, Delvine. So lights from whatever source it is reaches his outfit, and then that outfit reflects one of the light beam fuel reflects from there and reaches my eyes. From another angle that reaches to your eyes, his eyes, her eyes, right? That reaches me. Each different color has different light frequencies. Okay, different light frequencies. That light frequencies is only in certain range. So we call that visible light frequency range. Visible light frequency range. So frequency is very high. Light frequency is a lot higher than the frequency that our cell phone or our Wi-Fi is using. Our cell phone or Wi-Fi are using the frequency, signal frequency. It's not light frequency, signal frequency. It's not in that light frequency range. If it is in the light frequency range, then we may be able to see, oh, there is your cell phone signal, reaches your cell. We cannot see it, right? How come we cannot see it? Because that is not in that range. Our eyes can see only that limited frequency range. The lowest frequency in that frequency range is red color. The frequency lower than red color is called infrared. So infrared is a lot lower than red color. Our cell phone signal is a lot lower than that infrared. The voice that I communicate with you is a lot lower than our cell phone frequency range. Our ears can hear certain frequency range at most 20k hertz. That is the range that our human eyes can hear. Our cell phone is 2.4 billion hertz. 2.4 billion hertz. Billion is a lot bigger than 20,000 hertz. 20,000 hertz or lower than we can hear. Right? Sometimes we cannot hear the frequency range that can be heard by some animals, some insect. Some insect hear some frequencies higher than the frequency that human can hear. Therefore, there are a lot of mysteries. You know the mysteries. You've read some of the mysteries, right? When there is earthquake or volcano, although it doesn't reach where I am right now, but there's just some frequency, some vibrations. There's some frequencies somewhere deeper on Earth or far away, but that frequency can be heard by some insect, some animals, right? Anybody raised doggies or still having doggies? Cats. Cats, particularly, cats can hear something that you cannot hear. So at night, although you feel asleep this way or that way, your cat all of a sudden wake up and find out something, right? That voice is not so-called, it's not acoustic voice, right? Some signals not recognized by us, right? Infrared camera, there's an IR filter. Camera lens is a lens, right? Lens can take all the frequencies. Typically, using camera, if you want to make a photo, that you do not want to make your photo something that you cannot. You want to. Here's the way. You want to make your photo the way that you can see, right? You don't want to have some signals that you cannot see from your eyes. Some photos, there's some noise there. We do not see it. We never see it. But there's some signal there. If your camera does not have a full, powerful filter, therefore almost all the camera has a filter in it. Some lens filter is coated. Filter itself, lens itself has a filter. Some old technology cameras, there's some filters. If you dismantle your camera, anybody dismantle your camera? Very expensive cameras dismantled by yourself? No one? You want to try? Try yours. Or you can try some cheap ones. I did the cheap ones. I'm going to bring it next time so that you can see there's a filter. Here's the thing. If you remove that filter, turn off all, still you can see it. That is a so-called IR camera. At night, you can see it. Object is still there, right? Only the problem is that our eyes cannot see it. Because all the reflex from that objects should be within that visible light frequency range. Unless otherwise, we cannot see it. But even there is no light, because there is an object, because infrared is not filtered out, still take that infrared, then you can see it, right? You know that camera, right? But that camera is expensive. But technology-wise, it shouldn't be expensive. Should be less expensive. You don't need to coat, you don't need to extra process onto that lens. Just attach it, pre-processed lens in it. Then that is IR camera. But always there's a demand and supply issue, right? Filtered camera, oh, that is highly like everybody needs it. So it has its own range of as a price range. IR, well, not many people want, but if somebody needs it, they definitely need it. So that raise the price, double, triple. Usually, who needs it? Military? Law enforcement? Some theft? They may need it, right? Theft. They want to see at night. Not in America, but in third countries where there is no lights, enough lights, but still there are some thefts, right? Walking. Cross over the things. So they can wear IR lens so that they can see. It's very funny, right? So if you have a surveillance camera at home, if you don't use it, dismantle it, see what kind of lens used. Particularly if it is IR, if there is a surveillance camera, if they advertise it, a surveillance camera can take photo even at night, even with no lights. Then it has filter there. You can remove that filter.
Well, you will only see images, right? Like you don't see any.
That is only images. That camera is on imaging. Thermal imaging is different. That's depending upon the temperature. Okay, it's more than it's everything about your photo plus temperature. That is expensive. Okay. So if there is a, for example, epidemic, some virus or diseases spread out all around the countries, then if you want to identify who has that virus quickly, then that thermal imaging system is used. Okay, we can set up the camera on the streets, people passing by, and quickly we can see that, oh, that guy has a virus, that guy has a virus. Kill him. No. That's possible. Okay. Smart? Oh, dangerous, right? So, sensors are smart up to certain extent. Beyond that, dangerous, right? Beyond some points, there's dangerous. Are we going to beyond that point? No. Far less than. No, not close. Martins, right? Martinez or Martin? Martins. The shoes company. Right? Very expensive shoes. Is it?
Yeah, but it was not like that anyway.
ID owner? Your family? Okay. Assignment. Not many assignments, but we will have some assignments. At least one assignment from app, one assignment from sensor, at least. And then projects. So projects can be done, again, if you are interested in iPhone apps only, then you can develop some. If you are interested in sensor network only, then you can develop. Or someone may be able to combine those two, integrate them. Your sensor takes some sensor data and send it to your cell phone using Bluetooth communication. That is very, very possible. Okay. If you want to do that, then, for example, microcontroller. There are two types of microcontrollers that we are considering: Arduino or Raspberry Pi. When you purchase either Arduino or Raspberry Pi, if you want to integrate your sensor with your smartphone, then you need to purchase the Wi-Fi Bluetooth enableable
The Arduino card, you need to purchase it with Bluetooth technology.
yeah. Arduino, for example, then Bluetooth Arduino. The one that I purchased recently, Arduino Wi-Fi, then you can communicate with Wi-Fi, or Arduino Bluetooth, or Arduino Wi-Fi and Bluetooth together. Price not more than 100, but close to 50. Okay, definitely not. It's about 50. If you want to buy small Arduino Uno, basic Arduino Uno, then $10. Okay. If you do not have $10, then I can provide you. We have a couple of Arduino Uno available, but you have to return Arduino Uno, small ones. Yeah. Okay. Grading. Assignment 30%. Semester project. Wow, 40%. Exam 25%. We have only one exam. No midterm. Only one exam. So 25%. So semester project is critical. Okay. So next few classes, you need to find out who you want to work with, and then team up together. When you do team project, you have to think about this. You need to have synergy effect, which means you can make one, and your friend can make two. So collaboration, make two only, then it's not really meaningful collaboration. Okay. 1 + 1. Therefore, you need to have 5, 6, 7. That is a synergy effect, right? By collaboration, if you could make only two, because one guy make 1.5, the other guy only 0.5. Therefore, total 2 is not a good idea, right?
Which was the example of other projects? What's the final two? What do you want to achieve?
Let me see if I have it here. Oh, I didn't put it. Not in here. Sample. One guy did, for example, GPS. GPS is a sensor, satellite sensor, right? GPS and Wi-Fi GPS and iPhone. The idea is that iPhone works outside where there is a clear, open sky. Okay. But if you go deeper down basement, then your satellite GPS signal cannot reach. But you have Wi-Fi, right? So Wi-Fi may be available. Where there is Wi-Fi, then where there is GPS, either or the other, or both, you can maximize your location identification, right? How can you make it? There's one sample. Another sample is that if you are rich enough, then as I introduced, you can buy thermal camera imager. There's a small circuit board. It's about this square, and then there is a tiny small lens. It's about 200, between 250 and 300. This itself is not smart, right? You can take image only. You can make some other sensor. So sensor and this imager can collaborate. There is no such project available. I mean, there is no such product available. But you can make it. If you make it successfully, then you can I don't know what is that program in CNBC? What is that? Some tank, right? Some investment Shark Tank. You can knock the door, Shark Tank. Hey, there is a that thermal camera imager, but traditional ones we have to identify by looking at the monitor, and but by setting up a couple of other chip sensors, we may be able to improve so quality of recognition, whatever, right? Or you can display that on your smartphone. There's another possible that I am currently thinking. It's not the project done previously. Another hacking possible. You can spoof when I gather some IR sensor data, then you can feed wrong data into that detector. Spoofing, so that this detector may make a wrong decision if that detector is held by your enemy, right? or the other way possible.
Where is the sensor in this example? You said that you're going to sniff data and then you're going to feed spoofed data. Like for example, you're connected to a network, you sniff, and then you spoof the address, or you just do provisioning for the switch so you become crazy or something like that. Where is the sensor? Where is the example of sensor?
That's what you need to find out. There's research.
You want to automate the process is like a microcontroller is going to be like sniffing the data, and then you can.
Microcontroller, what microcontroller can do is you need to program on it, and you need to open up some pins that you. Microcontroller has multiple pins open, and you have a sensor. Sensor has also some pins, so you need to jump cables, those, and then you need to identify the pins that you jumped with the sensor. Some pins may be receiving or outgoing, whatever, right? So in your program, you need to do a little bit of short programming, and then what that program can do is that it runs 24/7 continually. It has an endless loop. If your program receives some signals from the sensor and do some work and send it back, then that process is continuing as far as power supply is available.
Here the sensor is the Wi-Fi card or the network card.
There's a good question. Sensor, there is also two kinds of sensors available. We say that active sensor or passive sensors. Active means unless you do anything, then active means sensor itself
Can reply.
Yeah, I'll get back to that. Right. Some sensors has also transmitting pins available. I have IR temperature sensor. It takes temperature, not the contact temperature, but IR temperature means it's sending out signals, and then there's a reflecting signal back. So on the touching surface, not the sensor touching, but the signal touching, that temperature is identifies. Okay, and then that sensor itself can transmit to designated receiver. So receiver can be, I believe, temporarily to your microcontroller, because the microcontroller has the TX and RX pins. TX transmit, RX receiving. So receiving that, and then a little bit programming. Sensor itself does not have a programming capability. It is just a sensing. So all the coding needs to be done on your microcontroller, and more and deeper and intelligent programming should be done on your smartphone. But there is another way that you can integrate sensor, microcontroller, and smartphone. Once any data in the smartphone, from there, then all world is connected technically.
So as I showed you, we can build one. This this has a keyboard and it has a screen and it has a sensor and a microcontroller in one piece, without having to get the sensor by itself, then transfer to the microcontroller.
Oh, there's a possible too.
Then from the
Right.
microcontroller receive to the application on the iPhone. No, because I saw you need the iPhone application and microcontroller.
Mhm.
So is that okay if we do everything in one thing for the
Why not?
project? It's
That's
like
possible.
a hacking tool. But for this example, you sniff and then you can feed back packets. You change packets how you want it, and then you can feed them back to the network.
Right. The sensor, the typical hacking scenario on the sensor network is sensors are dispersed all around, right? You can put some sensors here and there. And sensor is functioning well only if the power is supplied. But the power is always limited unless you have a solar panel attached. In that ad hoc network, you assume, oh, there is a sensor that I used to communicate with. But in fact, that sensor died because there is no power. Meantime, your enemy replaced your enemy sensor. How can you recognize? If that enemy sensor sending you similar data, right?
There's no MAC address, physical address on the sensor?
Depending upon the node is built. If that node itself is not only sensor but microcontroller, then yeah, MAC
It's a
address,
physical
right. For example, if that is a Raspberry Pi is very, very powerful platform. So it has MAC address. But anyway, that details will be partly studied by yourself. Partly we can discuss. Okay, schedule, very simple. First half, smartphone. Second half, sensor. Any question from this syllabus? You can read it. Okay, let me open. Wait, should be. This, right? Okay. As I said, this is the same thing. This was before I think I need to. This is not anymore this. No, February 2nd. February 2nd, still empty. And then February 9th, I think we will meet at Topsbury. I think I need to bring mouse next time. Smartphone and sensors. Smartphones is nothing but computer. So one of the computer can do is calling, right? Dialing or receiving. Plus it has a sensors, so that smartphone is sensible. Sensors usually small, very, very small, and also sensible. Sensor By sensor, I mean sensor and microcontroller unit. We call that MCU. Microcontroller unit. Microcontroller is not the same as microprocessor, right? Don't be confused. Microprocessor is in microcontroller unit. Automatic and autonomous, because it has MCU, it runs by itself. Forecasting on smartphone. This is a recent survey. Worldwide smartphone, so upper left, connected device forecast market share by product categories 2012 to 2017. If you see this, smartphone is the only one increase, right? From here, although it is saturated, this is only increases. Tablets, similar to, tablet is nothing but smartphone, only the size difference. So smartphone and tablets increases. Instead, which ones decrease? Portable PC, which means a laptop. Desktop, definitely. Right? So future platform is not desktop, is not laptop, but smartphone. If you build a smartphone, then usually tweaking a little bit available on your tablets, right? Another here. Worldwide smart connected device market forecast unit shipment millions quarter 2012 to 2016. Smartphone, wow. Revenue wise, big, right? So revenue wise, desktop, stable. Portable, a little bit, right? But tablets and smartphone markets, number-wise, increases. Still, good trend. Another slide. Wireless sensor network. Upper left is global app sensor market size forecast from 2012 and 2017 in millions US dollars. Big rocket high, right? From here there. This is 2017. Lower right corner, global wearable forecast. Sensor, therefore, it is a wearable. Last night, I watched the documentary. You know, the kids are playing with the is a cloth. What is some like? Yeah, but sticky dust soil, like, so that you can make some shapes. What is it called? I think you did that. When no, it's yes, some container, then you can pour it, and then you make whatever the shape that you want. You can make animals, and you can. It's called the cloth. You see what I'm saying, right? It's a sticky, like a gel, how do you make it? We make it. We mixed soil with some gels. We mix them. Okay, so it's sticky, flexibly. We can stretch out. You can make anything that you want. Some UK company, or is it UK? Some European companies looked at that material, that sticky things. That is touched by your fingers, right? Touch. By touching it, so that that material can be elastic or little hardened or softened, whatever. Therefore, there is some energy difference. Okay. Somebody has a hot temperature, hot finger. Somebody has a cold fingers, right? Depending upon your fingertip temperature, it reacts differently. So, measuring that different reaction of that gel type materials.
It's going to be chemical. The reaction is chemical. Do you think there's a sensor inside this thing?
No, itself is a sensor. Itself. Identify that it's not chemical, it's some electrical reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So by capturing that electrical reaction, so that we can identify health condition of the person who touches that. There's next generation of sensors, which means if you make your clothes with that material, it touches your body, right? So your clothes itself sense all of your body. So a lot sensible than your family doctor. No family doctor can touch your body all.
In the time. You monitor yourself all the time.
Yeah, Mother Teresa, right. But she's not a doctor. But if doctor should do that, then that is a legal issue, right? Unnecessarily purpose to touch. So so according to patient right, there's a lawsuit issue. But anyway, wearable sensor, there's the extreme end of wearable, right? But real like hard material sensors can be also in our body, right? Or can be embedded on our for example, pacemaker, right? Pacemaker is kind of some hardened materials inside of our body. That grows a lot. Since 2016, 2020, the revenue, the volume 120 million to 411 million, value more than double. How many years? Only for 4 years. For 4 years, revenue doubles, money, volume triples. next 4 years. Okay, so we'll okay. Xcode and Swift. Forget about MVC models. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to do. Okay, Swift. So some buzzwords available here. Interface builder. Many of the interface builders are provided. You simply select it and drag and drop as you design your user interface. So interface builder is very simple and easy on your app development. That's the same as Android apps development. Swift and Xcode. Swift is just like Objective-C, but as I said, that is a very, very easy to learn and quick to implement, and also powerful. So we can start with the Swift. So those who do not have coding skills, still possible to do Swift. Those who have coding skills, then you may enjoy. Oh, this is good programming languages. Interface, if it is not on Xcode environment, then user interface is another big programming, right? Like Java, then if you want to build some code, then there is gigantic coding list required. Similar to Python also. Okay. But Swift, iPhone apps, icon programming is available. So only drag and drops of something that can build your interface, and then you have a logic, therefore using Swift, and you have an interface and link them together so that if there is a button, then you have some action which can be taken in response to that button. Then you have to link, hey, this action is to be taken when this button is clicked, released, or over positioned. You can move your mouse over the button, not yet clicked, but only the position is on top of that button. Then there's some other action is to be taken. One of the typical action in that case is annotation, right? If you move your mouse over some graphical components, then there's annotation appears, right? Some explanation of that components. So you need to download the Xcode. If you download the Xcode, then you will have a Swift in it. Okay. you can do it Windows and VMware, so that you may be able to install OS 10 on your VMware, or install, this is for Xcode. So here, okay. Those who do not have Mac, then you can also subscribe on macincloud.com. This is current Windows that I captured in this afternoon. So if you go to Mac Cloud, then see here, get to know. This is a pop-up Windows when you get in the Mac in Cloud. Then get to know our service, and if you click the select suitable plan, but there's some dollars. Pay as you go. I think per hour, $1 per hour. It's not really recommended. If you are already powerful, experienced user, then, but currently you do not need to subscribe, but a little bit of touch, 1 hour is enough, so that I don't need to pay monthly. So 1 hour and touch it, ship out. Then that is the case here. Other than that, manage the server, $20, and more and more. Okay, so let me summarize how many ways that you could do. If you are a Windows user, then VMware installation on top, OS 10 needs to be installed. Acquisition of OS 10 is up to you, right? In whatever way, if you, oh, there's a version issue. OS 10.12, some, that is a recent version, right? If you have older version, then there is another mismatch or conflict issues. So other than that, it'll be okay. So there is one way. So VMware or Mac in Cloud. That's what you may want to, by subscribing that. Or third option is your MacBook, okay, or LMac, whatever. You can use it. So this is some of the comparison between Objective-C and Swift. But those who do not know Objective-C may not need to know this. But I want to point out some. So first bullet, if you click this, then you can see full comparison. But first bullet is to say Swift is easy to read. Oh yeah, it is easy to read. It's fine, right? There's no ending symbol needed like Python. Python does not need ending symbols. Only Java and C needs a semicolon, and SQL. .h, .m may not be needed. Only both are combined to be in .swift. So that is a file extension. Swift is safer, meaning that there is a nil pointer. One of the nil pointer is not available, which means there is a secure. When you declare, those who knows C or Java, when you declare a variable, you can declare a variable with no initialization. It is possible, right? Not impossible in Swift. If it is possible, what happens? There's a point that somebody can attack in. There's a point where you can make your program, for example, cache overflow attack. So it is not allowed. Others we can look at.
There is limitation on the variables. How many characters it can take?
I didn't look at that, but yeah, definitely there is a limit. If programming language itself may not upper limit, but for example, as Xcode, that is environment. The environment occupies some of the memory, so it's a smaller, lower upper ceiling than open case. That is all the case. For example, Java. Then, if you use Eclipse, then there is Eclipse upper ceiling. Python, if you use Paizo, then Paizo has its own little lower upper ceiling than Python itself. Okay. Java also, for example, without using any editor, you simply use a third-party editor and run it command line. Still, there is a limit because Java interpreter sets up Java virtual machine. So Java virtual machine itself is a limit, but you can increase always that Java virtual machine. Here also Xcode, I haven't had that limit from my short experience, but definitely there is a limit. There's no endless. What to do? If you have an iPhone, then those who do not have an iPhone, possible that you can run emulator. Xcode provides you emulator, so that is possible. What you need is, in your coding, logic and response in Swift. So this is the first thing that we want to learn. Okay. Once you have a little clear idea of the logic creation, then we want to build the user interface. So building user interface is fun. Okay. You choose whatever the icons and graphical user interface and bring it. Okay, drag and drop at certain positions. You change a little bit of those configuration, maximum range, minimum range, something. Okay, and then you need to link them together using logic. If definitely this is a touch screen, right? So that depending upon the touch, how you can make your logic executed. Once you have these two, then you need to emulate it, either iOS or within Xcode. Okay. Swift. Swift we do simply this, but Xcode, Objective-C we do this. Look at this. This is too much difficult, right? This is much easier. This is what we want. Is it smart? Yeah. I want to download Swift 3 and Xcode 8. What is the Apple developer program? If you want to sell your program on App Store, then you need to buy Apple developer's ID. Okay, annual fee is applied. I paid last year $90, but did I renew? I don't remember. But I remember that I paid once. Unless they do automatic. I didn't check my credit card. Sometimes they do automatically, right? So I forgot many years, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, I have some notification. Oh, and when I trace back my credit card, they keep charging.
How many UDIDs can you register with your Apple account? You know UDIDs, the unique number for each iPhone devices. They're like how many Apple devices can you register with your subscription?
I don't know that.
So you only use your own.
Correct.
Apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never said.
You know what I'm
Right.
Why not?
Initially, I liked my program.
They sell it for $12.
Yeah, no, true story. Somebody can make.
Oh yeah,
easy
I'll take that
money by
into
doing that.
account, right? But I didn't complete it. But it is really good program.
It's
You know what I did?
Uh-huh.
Here's what I did. My app is still here, but I upgraded my iOS, so it's not comparable.
It doesn't work anymore.
So I need to upgrade mine here on my. I didn't have time to do that. The one that I did, you can. The user input is this. Whatever the URL, okay. It could be your company URL or school URL, whatever URL, okay. You enter www.mercy.edu. Take that URL. We go to real-time JSON provider. JSON is a particular type of the data that I request from URL. I want to find out developer of that website. For example, www.mercy.edu is not developed by Mercy. It's developed by some company. But for example, www.cs.columbia.edu, then that is developed by Computer Science of Columbia University, or something like that. If it is www.ibm.com, then it is developed by IBM. But it's small companies, then it is developed by some third parties. That one. And using that, I want to find out the address of a developer, address of that company itself. Okay? So I have two kinds of address, right? Some URL has identical. Some URL is more than two. Take whatever address that I received. at once. Then I display that all, and if I click one of those, then I can show not only that, not only the address, but stock symbols. If there is a company, then company stock symbols. If it is a www.google.com, then stock symbol for that URL, the company, I need to find that company name first. It's not, Google is a company name, but some other web server is not really the name of that company, right? Mm-hmm. But there's some information source that we can extract, okay? So extract the company name, and also I need to link to the financial server, and then find out if that company has IPO there. Okay, then it has stock symbols. If it is Google, then GOOG is a stock symbol. IBM and IBM, Apple, APPL, Mercy, there's no stock, and things like that. So I received that. And then I click. If I click stock symbol, if it is available, then it reaches stock markets, and then display the current financial data. If I click the address, then I can bring up the website of that address. There is a Wikipedia. Almost all the cities, there's a Wikipedia developed. Bring up the Wikipedia, plus current weather of that place. The very funny thing, when I developed that, all the channels, weather.com or AccuWeather.com, the TV channels, when they displays, for example, oh, this is so bright, or this is a snows, or windy, whatever, then there's some icons, right? If it snows, then snow icons. Heavy snows, then more snows on that snowmans and things like that. So flooding, then there's some other. That icons are already developed. It's not designed, it's not drawn by each broadcasting companies. Even our cell phone here, if we access the weather provider, bring all the data by giving there's another steps. Address, then we need to find out zip code in America. It's not in America, then we need to have country code and then city name. Name of the city is not necessarily city that they identified by the weather system. So we need to also convert to that. That I did here. And then that the recognizable city code is provided to that weather. Then that weather server gives you a lot more data than you can see from weather channel, your TV. Your TV is some of the selected version. But the data that you received here, a lot more than that. With the icons. You simply display it. Then you can see here some like sun, smile sun, or breeze, or whatever. Okay. So Wikipedia weather for the location of developer, location of that company. So user can enter his only URL. Then it gives you all of this. So after I did that, I was questioning to myself, who will buy this?
That's what I was questioning.
So that, forget it. But testing is good, right? Because it's a lot of intelligent interaction, right? Integration. So I tested the possibility of integration, but I didn't make it some money from there.
Yeah.
So technology exists. I stopped there. But I think with that technology, we could do a lot, right? We could do a lot. I need to make it some simplify so that may be interested by any group of customers. If you have any, let me know. Oh, what time is it? Oh my God. Okay. Hold on, just a second. What you need to do, I want you to download. Hold on. Oh. Oh yeah, here, yeah. You know how to download, right? You can download it and install it. If you are subscribing Making Cloud, you don't need to do anything. You pay the price already. $20. Okay? So everything is ready for you to, so next week, what we will do this, Xcode Playground. So we'll play on the playground next week, okay? Okay, see you.